It means I've bought a lot of whiskey, tried a lot of whiskey, brains have sent a lot of whiskey. I have tasted and reviewed a ton. So the biggest letdown, and it's not even close to me. Hey guys, Take here. Thanks for joining me on Weekly Whiskey. As always, I'm Jay, better known as Take from WhiskeyRaiders.com. Today, I have an interesting video for you too. Just a quick hitter. This question hit my inbox. I thought it was really insightful. I thought it was fun. And honestly, I'm a little fired up about it since I wasted a bunch of money on this bottle. So I want to talk about it anyway. So someone asked me what my biggest purchase regret this year was. So we're kind of getting to the end of 2022. It's September right now. I've got about 9 months of buying, trying, reviewing whiskey for Whiskey Raiders. Under my belt, it means I've bought a lot of whiskey, tried a lot of whiskey, brains have sent a lot of whiskey. I have tasted and reviewed a ton. So the biggest letdown, and it's not even close to me, comes from this whiskey here. This big box, you see it missing in the background. This is Dalmore. This is the King Alexander III edition. I don't know if you've seen the bottle before. People love this bottle, and I don't understand why at all. It's it's a cool bottle. I'll give you that. We'll just put the I don't know. Just throw that over there. This is the bottle right here. You can see it. Tuck my head back for the focus. Come on, there we go. So Dalmore King Alexander III. You can see I've had a couple pours, did not enjoy them, put it back in the box. So what's my issue with the Dalmore? First off, it's 40% ABV. For $279, that's exactly what I paid for it. Yes, I paid for it. This did not come from Dalmore. This came from the Total Wine down the street. Strolled in the door, saw they had it, saw that I needed to review it. It had been a while. Heard really good things from just about everywhere on the internet. Casually, none of my friends have really tried it. Dalmore is not huge in the enthusiast circle. And I figured, all right, well, if they haven't tried it, maybe I should. So went ahead, bought the bottle, 40% ABV for $279. Now, granted, there's no age statement. We know that it's matured in a variety of casks, and there's no word on the natural color or filtration. So this could be filtered, this could be colored. It's obviously being bottled at the lowest possible proof. And this color, this is, I don't want to call it suspiciously dark, right? But without knowing how old it is and knowing that Dalmore uses color in other products, it seems likely that there is some E150A in here as well. So if you don't know what E150A is, it's caramel coloring. It is allowed to be put in Scotch whiskey by the SWA, Scotch Whiskey Association rules, and a lot of brands do use it. So if you're out buying Scotch and don't see, natural color or no color added, be suspicious. It could definitely have some fake coloring added. So overall, on the palate, this is like the flattest whiskey. This is, to me, is if you just left Coke out for like a couple days, tastes flat. It's thin on the nose. It tastes like sweet raisin bread, and then it's gone. A finish is short, almost non-existent. I don't like to bash whiskeys. I don't think that, I think it's better to use your time to talk about the good whiskeys, but this is a good question. I'm fired up enough to say that, Dalmore was the big miss for my 2022. Now, it's likely that I could find something else worse or, not necessarily worse, but more of a letdown. Like, I had high expectations. Like, this isn't terrible whiskey. This isn't bad whiskey. This isn't like whiskey that I want to spit out, but for $279, I would have hoped, and based on just the general acclaim of the internet, I would have hoped that it would have been better. So I was disappointed. It felt like maybe Dalmore won in the end. They pulled over a fast one on me, but save your dollars, save that $300. Go get a Glendronach 15 for $99. Go ahead and get, I don't know, something from Ben Riach that's peated, maybe some wine for another $100. And for that last $80, jury's out. Go buy a Cartridge from Lefroy, go buy a Lefroy cast strength, go buy something from Ardbeg or Bruichladdich or Kalila or Kilchoman. Like, the list just goes on and on and on. So I think that you could build a good Scotch collection for $279 instead of buying this. Sure, the antlers are cool, but there are plenty of other cool bottles in whiskey. So that is my quick take of the day. That is the bottle that has disappointed me the most so far in 2022. Certainly not the worst. There's bottles that I've strongly disliked, but I had high hopes. This was my biggest disappointment, my biggest letdown. And I promise that if I find something between October and December, I'll make a second video. I'll make a correction, a follow-up, whatever. But I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know what your biggest letdown in 2022 was. I know that we all try a lot of whiskey, especially if you've been in the hobby for more than a little bit. So I know that you guys probably have some great answers. I would love to hear from you guys, and then maybe help me. I can avoid them too. So thanks, guys. As always, I am Take, better known as Jay, over at whiskyraiders.com, a co-host here at Weekly Whiskey. Go ahead and share this video with a friend of yours. I'd love to know what your friends disliked as well. Maybe it's something you recommended, but I hope not, because if you're following the recommendations here at Weekly Whiskey, you should be in good shape. But go ahead and share this with a friend. It's a great way to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.